blessing it was to be in services yesterday, 8:15 service. Man, it was a tremendous spirit and good number of people. And at Mason Creek at 9:30, we had a tremendous service there. Everything was great. And then 10:45 yesterday morning back here at the Loop campus, everything was wonderful. Last night was a great service. I hope you're ready for Vacation Bible School this Wednesday night, 6 o'clock. We had a great time last week. We're going to be studying Joseph, talking about lockdown faith. Just because you're locked down doesn't mean you're shut down. And so I hope you'll be a part of that. Also in Bible school coming up on a Wednesday night, July the 1st, everything will happen at Mason Creek that Wednesday night. And we're going to have hamburgers, hot dogs, watermelons, and just some great fellowship time together. That's Wednesday night, July the 1st. This coming Sunday is Father's Day. We kind of feel like mothers got shortchanged with all of the COVID-19, so we're actually celebrating mothers and fathers both this Sunday. We're going to have baby dedication, having the Lord's baptism, and then we'll also be recognizing every couple in all three services that have been married for 50 years or more. So I hope you'll be a part of one of those services if you possibly can. At each one of our services, we have a special section roped off for those who need to wear masks. We're asking you, if you don't wear a mask, please stay out of that section. Don't sit in that section. Because there are people that are still vulnerable, and there are people that really need to wear a mask and really take care of themselves. And we want to make church available to them also, but we want to do it in the very safest manner that we possibly can. So help us with that. It'd be a great blessing. We're going to get through this. We're already seeing light at the end of the tunnel. As one old boy said, I see light at the end of the tunnel. I'm just hoping it's not another train coming this way. But we're going to get through this, and God's going to bless, and we've already seen the blessings of God. 2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 17 says, "Wherefore?" And anytime you see that wherefore there, you ask, why is that where? What's it for? And so we back up and realize that the wherefore is reference to what has just been said. He said, "Wherefore, come out from among them, and be ye separate, saith the Lord. Touch not the unclean thing, and I will receive you." Now, we're to come out from the idolaters and the unbelievers. We're to be separated in the way we live. Doesn't mean we're to cast them aside. We ought to do everything we can to make friends with them, to lead them to Jesus Christ. But we're to avoid the path of the ungodly. Proverbs 1:10 says, "My son, if sinners entice thee, consent thou not." Proverbs 4:14 and 15, "Enter not into the path of the wicked, and go not in the way of evil men. Avoid it, pass by it, turn from it, pass away." Psalm 1:1, one of my favorite verses, "Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful." And Psalm 26 says, "I have not sat with vain persons, neither will I go in with dissemblers. I have hated the congregation of evildoers, and will not sit with the wicked." Boy, time and time again in the early church, the choice had to be made. A man had to make a choice between the security of his job and the loyalty to Jesus Christ. We think this is something that's just new. It's been around since eternity. It's told that a man came to Tertullian about his issue of separation and taking a stand, and he told him all about his problem, and then he said, "But after all, I must live." And Tertullian looked at him, and his reply was, "Must you?" You see, Christians in the New Testament gave up social occasions. They would pass on attending feasts that had food that had been offered to idols. And some folks didn't understand that. They became annoyed with them. They rejected them. They disowned them. Even their own family members